friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to my messy desk. I'm going to work on a project today. Thought I'd bring you along. Excuse me as I shuffle the trash under my desk. I started a new recycling thing under me, inspired by you guys, because I'm always inspired by all of you and the things I watch on your videos. So now I have two things of trash under my desk. Anyway, okay, today I'm going to make a card book. Now, this is nothing new. You've seen it before. I've made some. I got this idea from Elizabeth over at Never Hopeless. She made it for her Christmas cards. And I was like, stupid brilliant. And why haven't I thought of that before? The stupid part is about me. Why haven't I thought about it? Brilliant is Elizabeth, way to go. So I've made a few. The last couple of years I've made one. And I was thinking, I want to make one now for all of Rue's graduation cards. And so I thought, what better way? I'm having, honestly, a really good time, you guys, going through my room. Also inspired by Elizabeth to use up my stuff and maybe get rid of it. Maybe just organize it a little bit better, if I'm being honest. I just don't scrapbook anymore, and I want to. I really miss it, especially as I go through my papers and stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I mean, literally some of them are 20 years old. I know they're so outdated. I love them. I love the way they look. I love the way they smell. I love the idea of scrapbooking bigger. Anyway, that's not what we're doing today. Little side rail. The point is I got to go through some of my scrapbook paper and pick some out. Now, I don't know the exact number of cards we're going to need. I mean, that, she got or that we're going to need or whatever. So last year, let's see. 2020, I made a Christmas album. And it was after the fact. So I think I kind of knew how many cards I had basically and made the book. Last year for 2021, I made a book and I just went for it. And it's way too big. It'll actually, I think, hold 2 years of Christmas cards. So I might make that a double album of Christmas cards, which is completely fine. Obviously, we're not going to do that for a graduation album. So I'm going to have to guess at it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, basically all we're going to do is make, a signature, put some papers in here and glue the cards on. I have chosen this one. This is not what's going to be on the outside, but this is the biggest card she received, this size. And so I know I need something at least this big to make this sort of thing. And my journals, oftentimes this is exactly how I make them. I take a 12 by 12, I fold it in half, and I used to just take this sucker and fold it up to get kind of the size I want. And I would say that's about where I normally sit with this. It's not quite straight, but you get the gist. And that would be my journal. Okay. And then I'd put some papers on the inside. This comes very close to 6 by 9. Let's see how I did. Well, obviously one is 6 because I folded it in half. There's 6. That's very close to 9. So that's an eyeball estimate, right? That's kind of the size that I tend to end up with. This card will fit on it just like that. Okay. Now, so I could do that. I could just take a piece of paper, fold it. I do like it folded in. I would refold this just a little bit. It gives me a little bit of a pocket. So if you did want to stick things in there, for later or something, or an extra card that came, you could do that. So should we just do that? Should we just use this one? Maybe we should just use this one. I had chosen this one, which was already cut. I had already used it for a project, and I had used this one. And just because it's kind of school themed, if you will, I actually think I'm going to go with my original design. This is big enough for this big card. Yeah. And so what did we get here? We know it's 6 one way. We are just over 9 this way. So let's do 6 by 9. Now, the reason I'm measuring, I'm actually going to cut this apart. I'm going to add a binding to it to extend the the binding to expand this part of it. What is that called? Yeah, words are not my friend right now. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go with this original design. I do like this. Now, actually, I like this better for the cover. I do have a card picked out for the cover that I didn't bring down because it's not the biggest one. So let's just see what we get if we, are we now at 9? I think we're going to have to ooch it just a minute here. We're just over 9, which is completely fine because it's the cover. I think the rest I'll cut down to 9. Okay, so this should hit right at 6 as it does. Okay, so I'm going to make this my front because I like this. You know, that's how a normal piece of paper obviously goes. And that's how my eye would like to see it. So I'm going to make this my back. And then we just need a binding, a seam. I don't know what we're doing. So what do I want to do with these? I need to cut all these down then to go in. So I've gone through my scrapbook paper. I went through my school pages. I have a scrapbook binder full of school stuff. This one does not go in here. It's for something else. And oh, this one was already cut as well. I'm moving those to my scrap drawer. I'm working on the premise of organizing my stuff as I go through it. Again, does it fit in the container I have, and where would I look for it? Okay, this was in the paper pad with this same paper, like this brand of paper. I'm not going to look for a polka dot paper in there. I'm going to, especially if it's already cut, I'm going to look in my scrap drawer. So I'm also in the mindset of, I don't need everything separate. So I don't need a scrapbooking section. I don't need an art journaling section and a daily journaling section. Scraps of paper can go in scraps of paper. Of course, there's exceptions. Little tiny bits or things I know. Again, where would I look for it is really what I'm going off of. Okay, this one we need to make a decision. So do I want the red? I need to cut off some of this. Do I want the red or do I want mostly the blue? I think I'm going to keep the red in because it takes us into the blue. So I'm just going to take this to 9 and cut this off. Now we're going to get lots of beautiful pieces like this, which I have yet to make a project out of. I always say I will. And I have not yet, so I have them in my scrap drawer. But you can see they don't match. It does not matter. All the cards are different. It's just going to be lovely when it all comes together. That's the beautiful thing I kind of like about this project as well, is it's not anything that has to be perfect. But you can see some of this is like very elementary in design. And my children have not been in elementary school for a very long time. And when I go back, if I go back to scrapbook any of those pages, it's probably not going to be on this piece of paper. So that's where we're at with that. Okay. This one, again, I think I want the 9 this way. Is that right? You guys, if you hear noise, there's nothing I can do about it. My husband is working so diligently on our deck. He is such a hard worker, and he is building and sanding and cutting, and he's just amazing. I think that's all I had to do. Let me just double check my brain for a second here. Oh, and I probably cut it the wrong way. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So I think we'll just do that. I think we'll just cut this down to 9 on each of them, and then I'll go back and fold them as long as my brain... But like this piece of paper, I'm not in love with. It's not going to get used necessarily for anything else. And I have a bunch of it. So yeah, might as well use it. I did go ahead and pull some black just because of chalkboard or whatever. I don't know. And lots of the graduation cards kind of have black on it. Oops, I'm cutting off the wrong end. I ripped it obviously right here. I don't know if I can salvage this little saying or not, but we'll see. And nope, I'm not going to be able to. Well, maybe. All right, I don't know. I might just take We Are Family. I don't know. We'll see. But this piece of paper looks like this for now. Okay, here is an alphabet, which I thought was fun. Again, we have to decide which part's not going to make the cut. And I think it makes sense to my brain to do it this way. I mean, I could definitely cut off. Gosh, I guess we could try something like that and get creative. Let's see what we come up with. Worst case scenario, where this I'm not saving. You guys, that's just growth right there. That's just, I hate my new trash can. It's just a paper bag under my desk, but I'm not happy with it, the way I reach for it and everything. So I got to figure out what I'm doing down there. Okay, there's 9. Oh, and I was going to cut these a little bit shorter than 9, wasn't I? Well, all right, we'll start adjusting. I'm going to cut this as close to this as possible. And maybe I just need to move it to my side or something. Maybe it's too big. I don't know what's happening. We'll figure it out. It's a learning curve. All right. Well, that's as good as we're going to get. Okay, that's okay. I got most of the letters, so that one works for me. This, again, is trash. Okay, this one I pulled. I'm actually not going to use in this, but I will never use this piece of paper on like a scrapbook page. And so I thought, let's find a way to use it. So I am going to put this off to the side for a project, which is kind of how my brain's working right now. I love this piece of paper. I've used it on a few things. I think there was like 4 in each. I'm just going to go shy of this 9 from here on out, you guys. I think there was like 4 in each stack or whatever. I'm going to use one in here. And again, they don't have to match. I just pulled some that were kind of, I don't know, fun colors. I don't really care about the design. We'll just see. This one's fun. Which way do I want to cut it? I'm going to fold it like this. And so I want to cut it like this, and I think I want this edge off. Okay. All right. That was literally me on the SATs and my grad school exams. With like the geometry and stuff. I'm like, okay, if the box was this way and flipped and turned around, which box would match, right? Remember those stupid questions? Yeah. Didn't think you'd ever use it? This is why. So you can cut paper the right way one day. I kid. I know it's super important. That's how my brain works on those. This is super fun. I love this paper. This is Fufala paper. I kid you not, it's probably 20 years old, maybe 15. Absolutely love it. Daily record of blank school of, so cool. But again, I had like 4 pieces of it. I do tend to like, oops. This maybe plainer paper for a background as opposed to obviously this, right? But it's going to be perfect for holding cards. Now, here is the exact same paper. I grabbed 2 of them, obviously. So, okay. This one's super fun. I grabbed 2 of these also. This is Jenny Bolin. Oh my gosh. I loved this piece of paper. I still do. I love it so much. I pulled 3 pieces of it for this. Is that right? No. I'm not going to use all 3. I absolutely love it. I used to cut the pieces out, and this would still be fun. Maybe that's why I pulled 3. Because I think I was just going to use it for, to cut up for journaling. Because again, I'm not going to go, even if the prompt is B, right? I'm not going to remember I have a B over in this one envelope of scrapbook paper. That's just not going to ever happen. So, but we can certainly use this. And look at this little poem. So that would go in my Collage Weekly Planner folder, which I am not going to give up. I thought I might, and I just can't. So I'll pop it in there right now because we might need a little poem or something. And then this one is just going to slip into my dates envelope for our journal. Okay, so then we have this beautiful piece left. Oh my gosh, loving it. Okay, this one I'm actually going to see if I can cut off the other end. And what do we get if we do that? That's too big. I really... do you see this little thing? It says, I will not pass notes in class. Look at, oh my gosh. I love this piece of paper. We'll see what we can do with that. And then that's what we have left on this one in the journal or in the card holder. This one I'm just going to hold on to. I'll either refile it or cut it up to use. Here is another sweet one. Look at this one. And again, like you're not going to see any of it. I mean, because there's going to be a card on it, literally. So it doesn't really matter, but oh my gosh, so dang cute. Look at the cursive. Okay, so do I want to fold it this way? Or would there be any sense in folding it this way? It just really doesn't matter because... Actually, I do think I'm going to do it this way because I would like... Let's see what we can save off of this if we cut it like this. I guess we don't have to fold it right now, Allison. Jeez Louise, focus. I'm going to see if I can... I'm not quite there, but it's good enough. I'm going to get most of this. And the stripes, which is completely usable. And then this, again, it's not going to matter. So I did bring a second one of these. I don't know if we need it. I'll put it aside for now. Here's some really colorful, again, kind of primary colors, if you will. We'll just cut this down. Little sticker tag or something on there. All right. I don't even know how many we pulled. But again, I'm not going to ever use this paper, I don't think. So I might as well use it for something that is amazing and brings me happiness. I think that's what paper wants to be used for. Someone spent a lot of time creating this and designing it. Am I going to fold it this way? Yes, I am. So that means this part has to come off this way. All right. Sometimes it just takes me a minute to orient myself. All right, so those are the papers I have right now. Let's count. Let's count and see how many we came up with. Again, it's a little hard because I don't know how many I need. So let's go ahead and fold them and then count. Because we are going to get 4 sides off of these, right? Because every side will hold a card. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 cards per piece of paper. So we don't need like a piece per card, obviously. And we don't even need, like when I journal, we only get 2 per paper because I do a double spread. And so I think this is actually going to be plenty. And again, if it's not, we can always somehow add in, right? We can always tip in a couple more or something of that nature. Okay. So just doing that. I hope you guys are having a good holiday weekend if you're here in the U.S. It's 4th of July weekend. Today's actually 4th of July, and I am down here doing this. It's been kind of cruddy weather. My husband's out working on the deck. My son is up at the beach house with his girlfriend, and my daughter's heading to a like party, if you will. Big barbecue party and stuff across the water here. Ironically, we can like see their house from here. So all the kids are headed over there for a barbecue and fireworks, which again don't start until late because the sun is up all night here. Not all night, but I mean, it doesn't even start to go down until like 9 o'clock. So, yeah, so I don't know. My husband and I we normally just don't do anything. I mean, we both have work tomorrow, and we have honestly an amazing view from our deck. I would love to host something or whatever, but I mean, it just has not been in the cards as of yet. Whatever. Last year, Rue had surgery on the 1st of July. We were in major surgery recovery and honestly, extreme pain management last 4th of July. That's all I remember. It was bad. I honestly have a little trauma from it. Not to mention what she went through, but it was worse than any of us expected. So, and it's been a year and she's still rehabbing. So that was a really, really bad injury. Anyway, side note, the 4th of July. So, I mean, we got to go to work tomorrow. And if the fireworks don't start until 9, literally they go till like midnight. People are not going to be at my house till midnight. I can tell you that right now because I got to get up at 5. So, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Okay, let's see. What did I do? I did choose the blue. And I have more paper here. So here's the blue for the cover. All right. Here is, this one I didn't cut. We have plenty. I do have another stack of paper right here, though, if we need more. How do you know how many to make? I don't know. We're going to cut this sucker off, too. I'm going to do it just shy of this line and see where it gets me. I forgot exactly what I measured when I told you guys. Whoops. Okay, so let's count. Now the only thing I'm thinking of is this, you can hear, is pretty thick cardstock. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This would be 20. So that'd be 80 cards. I think we're really close. I think we're really close at 80. Okay, I think that's going to be enough. The only thing I'm thinking is this is really thick. These are not, none of the rest of these are cardstock. Some of them are a little bit thicker, but I mean, I obviously don't need a thick paper. So, we're not going to use that one. And I'm going to choose one more from this stack. Now, this stack is a Jen Hadfield homemade. I don't know where I got this. I can promise you I didn't pay $20. So I probably got it on half off or something. It could be Walmart. I have no idea. But the paper is super thin, but you got 180 papers and I probably got it for $10 or something, right? So this paper is lovely for stuff like this though. So I just think, and there was a school one in here. I mean, this would be fine to use. Again, you're not going to see it. This would be fine to use. I'm never going to use this if we're going to have to cut this up or something because never going to use it as scrapbook paper. Here's more of those frames. Okay, now I'm going to pull it right now because I just want it in that project pile. And if you guys have an idea for what to use these letters for, I mean, obviously we could start journaling with a letter or something. I don't know. I love this piece. That's like fish. I've used the wood a lot. This, easy to use. Again, we're just going to use it. I'm never going to use this piece of paper. Yeah, see, they're all in here. Okay, this same thing with this. Some of these papers I loved. Maybe I'll make some scrap paper to give away or something. I'm not too sure. So I've obviously used I was looking for this piece. I've used it all up. This piece I've used all up. I love that. The cards are gone. Like, so I've tried. I'd have to count how many are left, but maybe half. I've maybe used half of this stack. Jeez Louise. All right. Okay, let's see what we want to do with this. We're going to cut one more piece and whoops. Sorry if I jostled you. Let's see here. We're going to cut one more of this nice thin paper. And again, it's just going to be so like reinforced, I guess, by having cards on both sides of it. The actual paper itself doesn't need to be, and it doesn't have to withstand too much. She's not going to read this every day or turn the page, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be too sturdy. So, all right. So here are our pages. Now, we just need to, I think I will, this one's cardstocky too. I do really like it now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay, that's where we want to be. This is going to be the cover. I now just want to, not that it matters, but I want to divvy up these papers a little bit so they're not necessarily all the same. And I'm just trying to think if I'm going to do any sort of front page cover. And I don't think because if I am, I wouldn't choose this, right? I also wouldn't choose this. That's the only thing I'm just thinking about. I mean, like I might choose something even more like this, again, because it's plain. If I wanted to write something or add a little something, something, you know what I'm saying? All right. I'm just going to try and put these in. This one's going to go in this signature. So I'm going to pull one from this signature because I don't need, I have 3 blacks over here. So we'll move one of the blacks over here. And then we'll turn some of these pages around as well. So here's one of these. This one's going to go over here, which means, again, one of these has to come over here. Has to is a very strong word, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. And same thing with this. So we'll pull, I don't know. Now they all kind of look the same, don't they? Black, black, flower, rainbow. That's not even close to being folded well. What happened there, Allison? Okay. Let's see if that's better. And then we'll start flipping some inside and out. This is way more thought than it needs to be, you guys. Just bear with me. Okay, now I could easily leave it like this, where there's like color, white, and we might as well. Why not? Because if we want to, if it's not something that's, well, even with this one, we could flip it the other way, right? We could do this, which would give 2 colors. It would also give us 2 whites. I think that's more energy than I want to spend on this. We're going to leave them all facing one way because I think for the most part they're all single-sided. So it kind of looks like this. And I just wanted to mix up some of the colors so like all the blacks aren't together and all the super bright rainbowy stuff isn't together. And all the vintage, you know. So this would be the only one. But again, you guys, we're talking about putting cards in here where, I mean, it's going to look like this. So it doesn't matter. Allison, it does not matter. Okay, here we go. Right, so we have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. All right. Oh. Did you guys hear that? Here come the fireworks. They just go all day. Obviously, that's not like a pretty one. That's like a big boom one, whatever those are called. Egads. All right. So that's going to be one signature. Okay. So that's kind of fun. And this will be the second signature. I do love this paper. Oh my gosh, look at that side. Holy cow. Gorgeous. Okay, so we'll do this. We got lots of brights in this one, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll kind of do an antique one. And then a bright. And again, you know, some of these have pretty distinctive marks on them because they were meant as scrapbooking paper. It's just one. But again, I'll just choose like a bigger card for that day, right? So it's all going to be perfect. It's all going to be perfect. And I think I'll do this green here and then this one here. And the paper is like buzzing with energy right now because it's getting used. It's so happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Muy bueno. Okay. Clip. Excuse my reach. You guys, did I tell you my sweet daughter went on eBay and tried to find me a new sweatshirt? This is the first sweatshirt I ever bought in college a very long time ago. I've had it and worn it. It's my favorite. It has holes in it. It has ink on it. It has whatever on it. And my daughter's like, Mom, I went and looked. And I was like, okay, one, I would never, well, whatever. I don't know. But how can you replace like a sweatshirt like this, right? It's like Mr. Janky. You know what I mean? I don't know. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, here is our cover. Give me one sec. Speaking of my sweatshirt, I had to take it off because now I'm hot. All right, let's choose a border. Now, I have other pieces to choose from, but obviously these are my first ones here. I do want, so this is a cardstock. I do think I want something a little bit thicker because we do need it to hold the holes and everything like that. So I may or may not choose something from this pile. This is a cardstock, which I'm not using this one. I don't care for it. It's too flowery for me. This is a cardstock, and these are not. And then my only other option that I have out on my desk right now is I do have this polka dot. Now, interestingly enough, all three of these are from the same paper pack, the same paper stack. So you can see the colors there. So it's just a matter of what we want here. And I would really like to preserve this line if possible, because it's so, and the polka dots are too much for me. I'm not feeling it. So now we're down to like this. which I really like. I'm curious. I'm thinking out loud. Now I'm thinking to myself really quickly. Just going to look in my scrap thing really fast. I was just wondering if I saved a piece of her actual school scrapbook paper, but I think I put it back in the scrapbook thing because it was a big enough piece. So I don't have like just a piece of it to use. Otherwise I would use that has her school name on it. But we don't need that. I could use like fish or something. I don't want to get too caught up in what this has to be. I mean, there's butterfly, but this doesn't match the, I don't know if you guys can see me, and I can't see the camera right now, so I hope I'm in frame. I mean, we could do something like that, which is kind of like starfish. But I don't think we need to. I mean, her school is not starfish, obviously. These are all papers. I was just looking for a cardstock sheet. I am liking how I organize my scraps. I definitely know like where to look in my drawer for what. Well, this pile hasn't been, this is my shove-in pile for right now. But for the most part, it's working. Okay, we're going to choose from what I have on my desk, and we'll put these in the scrap pile for now. We're actually going to put all of these in my scrap drawer for right now also. Now they go in that border, they go in that pile I was just digging through, but I'm not going to clip them together right now because I don't want to. How about that? I think I'm liking this now. So I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to, what do I want to say to that? I need to decide how wide of a border I want on this. I just put my ruler away. I think that, I mean, I don't think it needs to be more than an inch. I mean, 2 inches is like, I think too thick. Let's go 1.5 inches. Let's go 1.5 inches. So it would be half of this. So the only way, this is 3 inches, obviously. I don't know how to do that except to put it in half and then half again, but we can try. Let's be super crafty people and figure it out, because this is the part of the math I don't understand. I could get my scoring board out, which would be the easiest way to go. I think what I do, let's just try it, but I don't want to fold it, I don't want to break the integrity of the paper is my issue. I think I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this. Okay, and then I think this should be 1.5 inches. God, I'm close. I'm really close. All right, it's going to do it. It's going to be just fine. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put this line on here, and you can go watch, someone super crafty on how to measure that and how to measure and score better. But today we're doing it like this. All right, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do the same over here. Right? I think this is going to work, you guys. Okay. I think that's going to work-ish. We are, I mean, it's like I teach math or something. Come on now. Come on now. So, I mean, obviously we just had to, fold 1/2 inch in on each side or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Okay. So there it is. I guess you could just do that. I guess you could just fold into the middle and get the same measurement. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay. Here we go. The only question is which I am going to put it on the outside. You could put it on the inside. We could put it on the inside. We're going to put it on the inside, folks. We're going to do it. We're going to put it on the inside because I'm not in love with this as much, even if I use the blue, right? Nope. We're going to put it on the inside, and then that's going to be, okay, yeah. Happy bird. Now, I am tempted to use tape on this. I'm going to use tape. The problem is I think my tape's too thick. Ugh. It's not going to matter because we're going on the inside. It's not going to matter. Not going to matter. This is super exciting, right? It's not going to matter. If I'm going to do this, it will still show. Okay, that's fine. That's completely fine because I can just roll it over. All right, we are going to fold it up like this to get the cut we want here, which I think I got a little cocky for a moment. I got a little cocky and I was going to hand cut it. And y'all know I cannot hand cut straight to save my life. So there we go. Okay, we're back. We are going to take off the tape. Does this get recycled? It's just going in the trash. I can't. We are going to just fold it onto itself like that. And I'm going to put it down like that. Now, the other reason I'm going to put a clear packing tape over the outside anyway. So this is going to be completely attached. So when I was thinking about the tape versus glue options, that is part of what came up for me. Did you see I just saved this piece of paper because I can't throw stuff away? I may or may not have just put a piece of tape in my coffee. It's okay. I don't think I did. Okay. This is scrap. Okay. So let's just do that again. And we'll be done with this part. This is a project that could take you like 15 minutes. If you're not me. It's super simple. And if you could just do it while watching TV or whatever, right? But, yeah, really happy with this right now. Really happy with the paper choices. And again, I'm just going to fold it back onto itself. Okay. All right. Here we go. I don't think it matters. Wait, Allison, pay attention, please, please, please. It has to go this way. Yes, it goes this way. Okay. And there's no talking while you're placing paper onto glue. Okay, you guys, there is the book. Ta-da! That's exciting. Now, I could add some sort of border. I could do whatever I want, but there's the premise of it. Okay, here we go. I have... Here is my big crocodile. Now, here's the trick I learned First of all, I learned how to do this from 3 people distinctly. One is Kristi Biddleson, who, if you want to go, I have to move my stupid trash bag again. This is not, this ain't gonna cut it, folks. I'm gonna have to do something with it. If you want to learn, there is a video on her channel. I think she tagged me or put me in the title or something. I don't know. Like a simple way to do, there's 5,000 ways videos out there, so you can easily find a video on how to make a journal. So Kristi's one of them. Sweet Elizabeth has a whole playlist on how to make her journals, because she makes a few different kinds for her daily journals. And the sweet Brooke at Recreations by Brooke is the one who taught me only out of trial and error to measure this dang thing. So I now I do it every single time because that's what I remember and I have to do it. So so I get a piece of paper that's the length of my book, binder, journal, whatever you're going to use, right? I fold it in half. This is for 3 stitches. Now there's 5 stitches. There's multiple ways to do stitching. I do a 3 stitch because that's what I know how to do. So you fold it to the middle. Then I fold this little guy up to the middle. Okay. Now, well, that's kind of a weird place to have a fold, but you can't really see it. So here's the fold. I think if you're going to do a 5, I don't know. Never mind. I fold it to the middle and then I fold it up to that crease. And right here is where I put my mark. Okay. Now up here, I need a T, and T is for top, because as I fiddle with this and play with it, you'll see that I flip it around. Now it shouldn't matter in theory which one goes where, but it does because it's not perfect science. And okay. So you fold it to the middle and then you fold it up to that line again. And okay, there's my mark. And then you put the T, back at the top. Okay. Okay. Then I get out an erasable pen. Okay. So what I want to do with this though, is I do want 2 signatures in here, right? And because it's an inch and a half, I just need to kind of decide, I think, where, I'm not measuring. I'm not like, it's not going to be perfect. How about that? Is that what I'm trying to say? I think I want one like a little short of a quarter. And then like right here, right? Let's try that. For those of you that do math, there's definitely a way to get that number, but this is not where my holes are going to go. I'm just trying to make a line here. Okay, that should do it. So this is an erasable pen, by the way. Okay, so then I do this and I bring it up to the line, and I'll use a different erasable pen. This is where I want a hole. This is where I want a hole. Oh my gosh, do you hear my husband? You guys, I feel horrible. He just works and works and works and works and works. Let me tell you what would not be happening if I went out there. Like, I don't know how to do stuff like that. I could try and learn, but it's just like not always pleasant, if you know what I'm saying. I feel bad that he does all this, and he's literally like rebuilding our deck. Not rebuilding, but replacing, and fixing, and he's amazing. He's such a hard worker. I'm going to move this down just an ooch so it matches. See, again, I'm going to just kind of try and get them equal. Okay, here we go. So that's where I'm going to put these holes. Now this, if you're not familiar with it, punches holes and does eyelets. I have the other one, but but what? It doesn't reach into the middle of the journals. And so I was using like just your eyelet, your, what do you call that thing? An awl, which is completely perfect and wonderful. But this is just a little nice, especially if I'm going to put some eyelets in here, which I do think I'll do. I like to put the eyelets on this outside, this journal part. Okay, now to, where does it go? Allison, it goes back and it's, oh, well, I'm not actually done with it. I should leave it out, but that's okay. I'm going to put some tape in here. Now, this is what I was going to use, but look at this fun tape I happen to have right here. Now I'm not going to put it on the outside, but I will run this piece down the middle just to reinforce it. It does not need like the Tyvek or whatever. I think this packaging tape is just perfect. I don't know how well I can do this, but we'll try something like that. Yeah, that's cute. I don't know. I don't know where exactly we got that. I don't know what we got it for. Maybe for mailing out other packages before Happy Mail-ish. Like, I don't know. Okay. I am going to go back through and repunch this because I need to see the holes. So, I mean, I guess I can see them. Do I have to do it twice? Probably not. I can probably just do it once. Okay, I'll put this aside for really fast. I'm going to run the clear over the outside. This is not quality tape. This is like Dollar Tree tape. It's fine for this. What it does do is stick to stuff. So once you have it down, you're not getting it back up. At least in my experience. All right. Gosh knows I'm not the best with adhesive things doing what they're supposed to be doing. So, all right, we're going to pull that. We're going to do this. Now, I think in theory you could do this and then cut the holes. I guess you could. I guess you could totally just eliminate that whole step I just did of cutting the holes and do it now. We're going to just do it twice to emphasize. All right. The question is, what do I want to bind this with? Like, do I want the book twine or do I want to use like a baker's twine? And I think the baker's twine would be kind of fun. For whatever reason, I cannot see that hole and not too sure I caught it where it's supposed to be, but I did all right. I did all right. And I got some muck in here because of the tape. So you can kind of just go in and get it out like that. Okay. So now we get to, I am going to put some eyelets in here just because they make me happy. Now that tape I could have ran, I don't have much of an edge, but it's enough. Now if I want to put another clear or some other washi or something, I totally can, but that is sealed. That is sealed and ready to go. I do have some eyelets right here. I have some other ones. This was like a set I got off of QVC. I kid you not, again, 15 years ago or something. I obviously have not used it. It came with all sorts of colors. I've used all the white, all the gold, all the navy, most of the red. Some of them are flowers. Anyway, we get to choose what we want to use on this. And I was just drawn to this blue. Sure, we'll just do this. So I need 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a little tiny purple. 6. He was like, choose me. So this is the original Crocodile, or right? Yeah. From We Are Memory Keepers. I absolutely love this. Love this, love this. And I've used it for years. I recommend it highly. Unless you need this bigger, longer reach. And I think they sell a case for this also. I obviously didn't buy it. I don't need it. Yeah. And I'm in the process of reorganizing some of my eyelets and stuff. So that's why the other thing is out. Okay. And then we're just going to pop these guys in here. I like to put them in here. And then we're going to switch this to eyelet, which moves it over to not a hole punch, but and you can watch videos on which one to use. I don't know the answer. I tend to leave it on one. There are different, you can turn this nub. I like the fat thing, and then I don't know the difference in the bottom. So again, not necessarily here for a tutorial, but for just watching Allison flounder through this. And those are not straight, you can see. So yeah, and it's going to be fine. It's all fine. This one is somehow not, there it goes. I do like the Crocodile just because it has enough of a, angle, bite, I don't know what you call it, to, this is not hard to use, is my point, okay? So here, we'll flip it over. I'll show you what the other one does. There's 4 edges, so I don't know. Let's see. Maybe it spreads it differently or something. I hope I don't blow it on this one, but that's all right. Well, for you, okay, so it spread it like way more. See that? It split it actually. We'll try it one more time. And maybe I don't need to squeeze it as hard. Same deal. It definitely split it. So yeah, maybe we don't need the big bump. Maybe we just need the little bump. Don't really know. Okay, so now you guys, super happy with this little guy so far. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. How cute is that? Okay. I made a decision. Let me get my thread. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Had to get up to get my twine. And then right here I have my little bookbinding kit. I will list I just have a permanent link down to the Amazon things. They're called my ride or die supplies. There's only like 5 of them or something. They're just the things I do tend to talk about the most. So instead of me listing them every time someone asks, this is a little book kit bookbinding kit I bought off of Amazon. It has everything you need in it. You do not need this big hole punch. It has a beautiful awl in it. It has needles, threads, 2 bone folders, and some cool little scissors that I don't know how to use because, yeah, there we go. Right? Super fun. This is all you need. You don't even need this. All you need is a way to make a hole, really, and some thread and a big enough needle. So, but I love that it came kind of in a little kit. And so I'm not going to use any of this. All I got it out for was the needle because we already cut our holes. We already have a way to make our holes. Okay. And I'm going to use baker's twine instead of the thread. So what colors do we want to use? We have, I mean, you know, do we want to use one or two colors is the question. Now, I'm a little bit drawn to the blue only because this is like their school color, but I don't think it's going to go with this theme that we have going on. This is my favorite. Obviously, you know why. Again, don't think we need it on here. And so I'm just curious if like something like this would be fun. We'll just use this one because it's a little bit out. I mean, but some of these I've never even really basically used. Well, here's a brown I've never opened. All right, so we'll just put that away for now. And we'll see if I can salvage kind of this rat's nest of something of left of this one. I've obviously used this one the most. All right, here we go. We're going to do 2 books. Oh, no, don't start with me. Knock it off. All right. Oh, you guys. I mean, I'm telling you what, if I can clog something up, it's doable. Do you guys ever put your headphones, like, I can take off my headphones because I still use these that are attached, obviously. I have my Bluetooth ones, but they're not my favorite, I'll be honest. And I feel like I roll them up. When I pull them out, they're like in a knot that, like a sailor tied. I mean, on purpose. I'm like, how is that even possible? I don't understand. Here's the problem. It's tied in its own little knot at the bottom. This is why. This is why it keeps giving me attitude. Okay, here we go. They say do 3. 3 obviously leaves a really long tail. 1, 2, 3, but we'll be safe. And then we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay? All right. So we'll put that away. Now, this is something, as an example, as I walk you through my process of kind of reorganizing. This is in my closet. I obviously had to get up and go get it. How often do I use it? Not very often. I don't know. I am tempted, like, do I put it in the cart behind me and make room for it? Would I use it more? Right? The answer is probably yes. I'll try it for now. Only because I'm in the process of reorganizing. So, stuff's going to get moved. Stuff's going to get moved around. We'll put the tape back where it goes. Okay. Here we go. So this is our A signature. I don't think I care which one goes first. Did we choose which one goes first? Oh, that's interesting. So this is the rainbow paper. So if I'm going to do a cover paper, I know I said maybe I'd do this. This one's actually better because this is a little maybe busy. I will make this signature number 2. Okay. So, and I don't, yeah, because I have some writing, it doesn't matter again, but I am going to make it top oriented here. Okay. And I have to do this because again, I have some things in upside down more than once, not just once. So that's why Brooke is always like, put a T at the top, which is like, pff, duh, but you know. Old dog here, old dog. All right, so I'm going to put my 2 T's at the top, and I'm going to find that seam kind of in the middle, and I'm just going to do stuff like this, okay? And then I'll do the same with this guy since I have it out. And just check the orientation. Yeah, okay. I'll put a T at the top. Because again, even once you cut your holes or whatever, sometimes I flip it or I get it in my hand wrong or something and I end up sewing it in backwards. I know, I'm the only one. I know. Okay. Whoa, craziness. Okay. So here in, now this has 2 size holes on it. I don't know if you can see right here. It has a smaller hole and a bigger hole, and you have to choose which one to put it on. We obviously chose the bigger hole for the eyelets. Now, I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and choose the bigger hole. I did make my July junk journal I made, and I put the smaller hole in here, and I think it's a little tight. I think it's a little tight for the... Okay, so again, you can just feel that didn't take any muscle from me, and it's going through quite well. I'm shaking you, I hear, but just hold on for 4 more punches. For those of you that remember days without this beautiful thing, we used to have like a thing and you hammered it to, and I think I've shown you that. I love that thing, to get the holes in the middle of the page or wherever you need it. So, yeah, I think I've told the story. I used to scrapbook often very, very late at night, because like after work, after babies, after all of that. And then my husband has always worked somewhat crazy hours, maybe whatever, but he would often come out and I'd be hammering on the fireplace. He's like, "Everything okay?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm so sorry." But you needed to do it like not on a desk, you know what I mean? I would do it out on the concrete fireplace. Okay, so there we have it, folks. There we have it. I'm going to just sew this one in first because it is in my hot little hand. I like to start from the outside because I like the ties on the outside. Like this. I like the ties on the outside. If you want the ties on the inside, start from the inside. And then your tails, if I started here, then my tails would be here, right? I'm going to start from the outside just because that's where I want it to be. How about that? And just don't lose your tail. I'm going to go up and I'm going to go out the top. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom and come up through the bottom. But look how easy those go through with that nice hole. And then back through the middle here. Okay? And try not to split. Did I do it? I think I split right through that, didn't I? Did I? I think I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Try not to go through your own thread is the only thing, because then you can't really pull it to get it where you want the tails. All right. So we can make those a little bit more equal that way. Okay. All right. So you just pull it taut enough, not super, super tight. And I'm going to put it on either side of the existing one and do something like that. Now, I'm going to tie it a few times. I tend to, you can see these are long. I tend to cut them kind of where I want them. I take the tails and I just lay them over the top and I will tie them again into a nice little square knot, if you will, right over left, left over right, whatever that is. Okay. And that's kind of where I get that. Now, if you wanted to hang something from it or whatever else, you could do that. Okay. So that is one signature. We can erase T at the top or we can just leave it. But, since we're here, we can erase it when we get to it or whatever we need. So that's one signature. Let's do the exact same thing over here. T at the top. Thank you, Brooke. And I love these big needles because I can normally just thread almost anything through them. It sometimes takes a minute. This one's split, so I'm just, if the eye is big enough, obviously, then there we go. Okay, so same thing, we're going to go through the back and up. Okay, so hold on to your tail. Holy cow, do as I say, not as I do. I am here to show you all the ways to not do stuff, you guys. I'm here for you, to make everyone know that we are in this together and there's no perfect crafting over here. All right. I'm inspired by you perfect crafters. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I need to not have that as my goal. Okay, so that one went through the thread. So I'm going to try, there we go. I'm going to make sure I'm not going through the other thread. Shoot. There we go. Because again, you don't want to split it. You can't pull on it then, okay? All right, so there's that. And I'm going to put it away before I do anything else. And put my kit away. I keep saying I'm going to decorate this little box or put it in something else, but it never makes it to the top of the list, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so same thing. We will put one on one side and one on the other of this. We're going to pull it so it's taut enough. Just make sure it's not tied or tangled or something. And same thing, right? Right over left, left over right, right over left. And then I cut. This one's a little bit longer, but that's okay. And you could save these, you could use them on tags, you could do whatever. Obviously, this is the extra, right, when we measured 3 times, but it's, fine. You guys, come on now. Come on now. Look at that. All right, take off our clips. I will list Kristi and Elizabeth and Sweet Brooke down below. I will list my, my Amazon list, if you will. If you purchase it from there, I get I don't even know, 25 cents or something. If that, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's no additional cost. You guys know how Amazon works. You guys, this is going to be the card holder for my little Rue and her graduation cards. I'm super stoked on it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I hope maybe it inspired you to make one. Again, I got this idea from Elizabeth. She made it for Christmas. I've made a few for Christmas, which you've seen, but I thought this would be super fun. And if you want to see me, well, I'll show you the finished project. I'm not going to show you gluing in all the cards. That seems like poking myself in the eye watching that. But what fun. What fun. So super stoked on this, and we'll come back. I'll show you the finished product, but that's the guts of it, you guys. So thanks for hanging out. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.